Nigeria is phenomenally rich in cultural diversity.
That is absolutely true. Now, this hand-woven cloth is made right here in Nigeria. Now, this one is called popo. The material itself, the people of Rivers State, well, most riverine people use it for their wrapper tying ceremony and special occasions. And as you can see, you can always customize it. Like this one has Goge Africa written on it, all just for me. And of course, you know, like they say, culture is dynamic.
Absolutely.
So what that means is that you can actually, you know, tie it your own way, like I am doing today. And then the Yorubas can use it as ipele. When they put it up here, it's called ipele.
Wow. But if I may ask you, why did you choose to showcase something from Rivers while you're not from Rivers State?
Tell me, why not? I'm a Nigerian, a complete Nigerian. And the Rivers States are one of my favorite people. The food, their dance, you know, when they go like that. Why not Rivers?
Oh, right. As diverse as our people are, so also are our fabrics, through which fashion expressions are made.
And today on Goge Africa, we bring you different styles through which our people express themselves, fashion-wise.
Little wonder, Nigerians are seen as very flamboyant and fashionable people.
Yes, we are. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's fashion authentically from Nigeria.
Don't go away.
Nigeria is a kaleidoscope of distinct cultures. Each of these cultures, from times immemorial, has perfected and expressed its cultural identity through uniquely aesthetic fashion attires. From the rainforest region of the south to the savanna region of the north, despite the encroachment of Western attires, local fashion pieces still hold sway at communal festivities. It is thus unsurprising that these cultural costumes, apart from attracting foreign glares for their sheer beauty and recent adaptation to contemporary fashion pieces, are iconic pieces of cultural identity. In Western Nigeria, populated by the Yoruba ethnic group, the indigo-dyed textile, popularly known as Attire, and in recent times featuring other colors as well as the hand-woven ashoke and Ankara, are preeminent fabrics through which dresses are made. At wedding ceremonies, cultural festivities, and other social gatherings, women are seen donning buba, a loose-fitting blouse with a V-shaped or round neckline. And iro, a piece of textile wrapped around the waist. On their head sits a complex but intricately wrapped headgear known as a gele. This is complemented by strings of beads hanging on her neck. and a matching textile known as ipele placed across her shoulder.
I'm putting on Hiro and Buba. This is our traditional, as in Isheshe style, typical style of a Yoruba person. You can see my gele, you can see my ipele, you can see my ipele. If a woman dresses without an ipele, then the woman is a girl.
For the male folks, at formal cultural events like a wedding ceremony, a cultural festival, the knee-length flowing agbada gown and matching trousers is a preference alongside a hat locally known as fila. The riverine community dwellers of the South-South region have a unique cultural attire, worn at events of cultural significance. For the Urobo, Ijo, or Isoko woman, her traditional apparel consists of short-sleeved blouse made from lace material, a plain or shiny George wrapper fastened to the waist, a wrapper headdress adorning the head, and a strip of coral beads on the neck and the wrist. The attire of the men constitute of a bowler hat, waist-length safari gown, a George wrapper, a coral bead on his neck and wrist, and a walking stick.
We have 5 different ethnic groups, but it's peculiar with the Urobos, the Ijos, the Isakiris, the Isokos. Then the Anyoma has red cap, white agbada, and the bead. That's for the Anyomas. This is the walking stick. In my dialect, I am from the Delta North. That's the Anyoma part of Delta State. We call this polo. Then this is the cap, bowler hat. It is called Ogu. Then this is the top, lace top. Then we have the George. Then bead. In my dialect, we call this bead Ewulu or Aka.
Majority of the tribes in River State, this is how they dress. Majority of the tribe. We have from the Engenis, the Ikwere, the Oba, the Calabaris, the Andonis, the Bonis, the Bani people, you know, the Eches, the Omumas, the Oyibo. This is peculiar. This paraphernalia and regalia is what is common among the kings in River State.
In parts of the South-South region, the Efik and Ibibio have colorful costumes worn by intending brides and grooms. For the bride, a crop top slightly below the chest, revealing the stomach, with textile stripes of beads placed across her both shoulders, is worn. Made of dashingly brilliant colors, this top is accompanied by a short skirt representing the bride as a desirable maiden, while others are found dressed in a long flowing regal gown with eye-catching embellishment, a bronze staff and crafted hair decorated with bronze pieces of jewelry. Like their female counterparts, grooms don a George wrapper, a local hat with embroidery design, a long flowing knee-length shirt coiled into a skirt-like shape, decorated with ornaments or embroidery at its midpoint, accompanied by a knotted neck scarf and a waistcoat. For the Igbos of southeastern Nigeria, a common cultural attire by men at social events is a velvet-textured, long-flowing knee or waist-length gown known as the isiagu, so called for the imprinted leopard head decorative motif. The isiagu attire is worn atop a trouser or wrapper while decking a woolen red cap known as obunze or the red, white and black patterned hat known as okpuagu. Coral beads, a cultural indicator of status in society, can also be worn alongside this cultural attire on the wrist and neck. Like their South-South counterparts, the cultural attire of the Igbo woman constitutes an elaborate headgear known as ichafu, a blouse, and a two-piece wrapper fastened to the waist. This wrapper could either be a George or any other found in the open market. Also included in her apparel is coral bead jewelry. In recent times, though, the isiagu textile has been adopted in the making of the female blouse. In some parts of Igbo land, the cultural attire worn by women in public cultural events constitute a piece of wrapper draped from the chest region to below the knee and beads worn on the waist.
Okay, this is an Igbo Ada, the king's daughter. It's what she wears. It's the bone bead, it is the waist bead, the leg bead, all for the royal family of an Igbo king's daughter. This is the maiden, an Igbo maiden. It's what they wear, it's the isiagu, it's what they wear. A maiden, a young female that is not yet married in Igbo. That's what they wear.
In northern Nigeria, populated by the Hausa, Fulani, and a host of other ethnicities, their cultural attires, less elaborate, are worn at local festivities and everyday activities. At these events, the male folks are usually dressed in a flowing three-piece babanriga with extensive embroidery on his chest and a fine embroidery designed hat. Alternatively, a flowing knee-length attire with a matching hat is a preference for men. Amongst the Fulani, the male folks are dressed in a sleeveless shirt attire with a colorful embroidery design on its chest, a little below the knee, loose fitting pants and a straw or leather hat worn on the head. Their female counterparts are usually dressed in a multicolored crop top with a colorful thread design and a long-length skirt. Northern ladies at local events are also seen dressed in styled gowns or skirts and blouses alongside a wrapped veil covering the head to the shoulder. parts of the north-central region where the Tives are domiciled. Their cultural attire are forged from the white and black striped anga fabric. This fabric is draped from their shoulder, reaching the knees, by men on top of a white shirt. It is also styled as a tunic, worn alongside a custom-made turban. Tiv women style the fabric in numerous ways, such as skirts or wrapped around the waist with an elegant hand-sculpted head tie. Their necks and wrists are adorned with white and black colored coral beads. While Nigerian cultural attires have undergone a transition over the years, their cultural and artistic elements are essentials which they've maintained.
On Travel Tips, we are sharing information on how to drive safely in the rain. Don't you go away.
On Travel Tips, we bring you safety tips for driving in the rain. Rainy season is characterized by slippery roads, potholes, and traffic, making driving scary and dangerous. But here are some tips to get you to your destination safely. Ensure your wipers, headlights are in good working conditions, and there is enough windshield washer fluid in the reservoir. Since stopping distance increases when it rains, you should increase your following distance and mind your lead time. Reduce your speed to get the traction you need to avoid skidding off your travel path or the road. When visibility is poor for you, it is poor for other drivers as well. Turn on your headlights. Avoid driving through deep pool of water if possible. If not, slow down and place transmission in a low gear. And finally, keep your windows clean and clear. Being able to see properly is key to driving safely anytime, especially when visibility is already reduced because of the rain. And until same time next week, drive safely. Travel Tips has been brought to you in partnership with Goge Africa Travel Club.
Haye, 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 haye. aye, aye. Aye, Goge Africa, aye, Goge Africa, aye, Goge Africa. Uza uza wa Goge, uza uza wa Goge, uza uza wa Goge, uza uza wa Goge.
I trust you enjoyed this gorgeous episode, and I'm sure you've also seen how flamboyant your people dress.
So if you believe you have real gorgeous dress up, take a picture of it, tag us on social media, and believe me, we will repost.
You bet I will too.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
So I'll say, dress the way you wish to be addressed.
Okay, so address me like a real African woman, because I am one.
From last River State. I'd like to remind everyone here that tomorrow evening, 7 p.m., we shall have the first ever street dance carnival at the Christmas Village for all dancers in Calabar. Go there, if you can dance, be a part of that one and win cash prizes, 100,000, 80,000, 50,000, all at the Christmas Village tomorrow, 7 p.m. So to make memories.